how much I probably have never told her that.
This is an amazing country that we live in. That Butler film starts with the butler sitting in the White House reflecting on his life. And
based on their idea of who you are, it's hard for you to figure it out. Because look at your path to figuring out who you are. If you're 12 years old and you get discovered on YouTube, you think that is your life.
Right.
And it takes a long time, you know, hardships, difficulties, struggles and stuff to figure out who you are. And it's really hard.
Let's ask her why she didn't write back. Oprah, why didn't you write back?
I didn't write back.
Because the goal for me is to show that we are all more alike than different.
Oprah Winfrey, the queen of talk shows and one of the most beloved figures in American pop culture, has been in the public eye for decades. But with great fame comes even greater scrutiny. Lately, rumors and shocking allegations have swelled around her like a storm cloud, casting a shadow over her pristine image. The whispers aren't just about celebrity gossip anymore. They are getting darker and more serious. Let's investigate what's been found behind closed doors and is making waves across the country. Could this be the unraveling of one of America's most trusted icons?
No, and cousins come from everywhere. Oh my gosh. So when that starts happening to you and everybody's telling you based on their idea of who you are, it's hard for you to figure it out. Because look at your path to figuring out who you are. All the mistakes you made in high school, in college, and the boyfriends and girlfriends you made mistakes with. Imagine if every time you made a mistake, it's amplified all over the
Do you
news.
care about haters? I mean, because people have such anger online now. It's incredible hatred that I don't remember ever experiencing frequently.
There's nothing like it. But this is what you have to do, and I know you guys don't talk about politics on the show, and I don't like to talk about politics, but these times where there's so much volatility, see, this is when you come to, like, your spiritual roots show up in moments like this. Your spiritual roots don't show up when everything's great and we're all just listening to Harry Connick's song.
Oprah has always been seen as the voice of reason, a beacon of hope, but recent allegations have left fans questioning everything. Reports have linked her to powerful circles that are involved in some disturbing activities. There's a video circulating online where accusations suggest Oprah's connections to sex trafficking rings and more nefarious dealings. The revelations claim that she might not just be an innocent bystander, but could be deeply entangled in a network of the world's most powerful elites. Could this be why she's managed to stay at the top for so long, untouched by scandals that take down other public figures?
You admire, somebody you respect, or maybe even love. And it feels good. I mean, if you're 7 years old and somebody, which I was trying to say this to my friends who had children, you're 7 years old and someone is stroking your penis, it feels good. Even though you don't have a name for what that is, it feels good. And when I first said this years ago, people were like, you're crazy, because everybody wants to believe it's like sexual assault and you're being thrown up against the wall and you're being raped. And I have said for years, if the abuser is any good, you won't even know it's happening.
Oprah legitimized the notorious sex criminal Joe Teixeira, a.k.a. John of God, as a miraculous faith healer, one who could cure cancer, giving him international recognition. Joe Teixeira is now serving 19 years in prison for the rape of 4 women. He is facing additional cases related to several sex crimes, including keeping teenage women as sex slaves in underground mines, forcing them to have his children, and selling their babies internationally for tens of thousands of dollars before murdering the women after about 10 years of childbirth. Oprah runs her own leadership academy for girls in Africa, a $40 million school for disadvantaged girls, where in 2007, several children were sexually abused and parents were only allowed to see their children once a month. It was very close with disgraced Hollywood mogul, rapist, and abuser Harvey Weinstein. Her Me Too documentary ignored Weinstein and Jeffrey Epstein. Oprah was herself a teenage prostitute. She stokes the fires of racism in America. And she is a member of the Billionaire Club, or the Good Club, along with Bill Gates, George Soros, Warren Buffett, David Rockefeller, and Ted Turner. The so-called Good Club meets behind closed doors and discusses plans for global depopulation.
It's not just Oprah who's in the spotlight. There are other whispers of elite figures, possibly some of the biggest names you wouldn't expect, being dragged into court over shocking accusations. This isn't your typical celebrity court drama. It's a world of secret meetings, coded conversations, and hidden agendas that most of us will never truly understand. But as the saying goes, where there's smoke, there's fire. And if Oprah's name is being thrown around in this context, it raises some serious questions. Could the woman who's been America's confidant for years be hiding skeletons in her closet?
So this is what so many people don't understand. A big part of the confusion and shame for child victims is that the attention and the seduction from the predator, who is probably going to be somebody you know.
Right.
In order for it to work, it has to be somebody you know, somebody you admire, somebody you respect, or maybe even love. And it feels good. I mean, if you're 7 years old and somebody, which I was trying to say this to my friends who had children, you're 7 years old and someone is stroking your penis, it feels good. Right. Even though you don't have a name for what that is, it feels good. And when I first said this years ago, people were like, you're crazy, because everybody wants to believe it's like sexual assault and you're being thrown up against the wall and you're being raped. And I have said for years, if the abuser is any good, you won't even know it's happened. You will be in it and you won't even know it's happened. And if the abuser is any good, he or she is going to make you feel like you're a part of it.
Amid all these rumors, Oprah had a FaceTime call with Ellen DeGeneres where they discussed the devastation in Mont. At first glance, it seemed like a normal conversation between two friends, but viewers picked up on some cryptic hints, and subtle tension was Oprah trying to divert attention from the swirling accusations. Fans have dissected every second of that call, searching for clues. Oprah's tone, her choice of words, and even her facial expressions are scrutinized like never before. It's almost as if she is trying to reassure the public that everything is under control. Is it?
You know, for years, people used to say we were gay or that we were, but and listen, we were up against that for forever. No, and people still say
it. And I used to say to Oprah, you got to do a show on this, because it's hard enough for me to get a date on Saturday night with people thinking we're gay.
Yeah.
Because if we were gay, we would...
Oprah isn't new to controversy, and she's had her fair share of rumors thrown her way, from allegations about her personal relationships to rumors about her sexual orientation. She's always managed to brush it off with grace. Recently, she addressed the lesbian rumors that have followed her for years, firmly denying them, but some fans believe she's been more defensive than usual. Could this be because of the other, darker allegations surfacing? Now there's something different in her tone. Something almost desperate, as if she's trying to keep control of a situation spiraling out of hand.
I probably have never told her that. Tissue, please. I now need tissue. I've never told her that.
So when those, to me, dumb rumors come up that you
are gay,
what do you say?
Well, I have said we are not gay enough times. I'm not lesbian. I'm not even kinda lesbian. And the reason why it irritates me is because it means that somebody must think I'm lying. That's number one. Number two, why would you want to hide it? That is not the way I run my life.
Well, you see everything there, Barbara, the tears and then the steel.
Yeah, the whole interview is, I thought it was going to be, you know, and then I interviewed, and then it was not. It was as if she, you know, wanted to say all the things that she's kept in for years. That's why it's an hour.
But what about the relationship with Stedman and Graham? They're not seen together.
Well, see, that interested me too, because, you know, I thought that he was out of the picture, and not at all.
It's no secret that Oprah has faced her share of critics over the years. She's talked openly about dealing with hate and the pressures of fame. However, in a recent interview, she seemed more emotional than usual, almost on the brink of tears. Viewers are wondering if this is more than just the stress of being in the spotlight. Could it be the weight of these new allegations bearing down on her? Oprah's ability to connect with people is legendary, but she might struggle to keep her composure even as these dark secrets come to light.
I often say that I feel really badly for kids, particularly young kids now. I actually said this to Justin Bieber when he turned 18. I interviewed him when he turned 18. And I said, I don't know how you're going to be able to figure out who you are. Because if you're 12 years old and you get discovered on YouTube, you think that is your life.
Right.
And it takes a long time, you know, hardships, difficulties, struggles and stuff to figure out who you are. And it's really hard. That's why I feel for him and others like him who've grown up in the public, because all your mistakes are on the news.
Right.
You know?
Especially now.
Especially now.
I mean, back when you started, when I started, you didn't have social media, so you could afford to make a couple of mistakes.
You just had the tabloids.
Yeah, right. Which we thought were awful at the time.
Yes.
But boy, compared
now it's 100-fold. With any mistake that you make is glorified, and you have the haters and the trolls and all that stuff. So it's very hard to figure out who you are in the spotlight of everybody else telling you who you are. And this is what I do know for sure. If you come to this world of fame, or you suddenly make the lottery and you get a lot of cousins, you get money.
I had a grandma once, really.
Yeah.
A woman told me she was my grandmother.
Really?
I said, no, you're not. I said, I had two grandmas, you ain't either one of them.
No, and cousins come from everywhere. Oh my gosh. So when that starts happening to you and everybody's telling you based on their idea of who you are, it's hard for you to figure it out. Because look at your path to figuring out who you are. All the mistakes you made in high school and college, and the boyfriends and girlfriends you made mistakes with. Imagine if every time you made a mistake, it's amplified all over the news.
You care about haters? I mean, because people have such anger online now.
When Tiffany Haddish, known for her bold and fearless personality, was confronted with some shocking information by Oprah, she was left speechless. It's rare to see Haddish at a loss for words, which only adds fuel to the fire of speculation. What exactly did Oprah reveal that left Haddish so stunned? The conversation seemed innocent enough at first, but there were moments when Haddish's facial expressions changed dramatically. Was Oprah subtly hinting at something bigger that even her celebrity friends weren't prepared for?
I wonder why. Let's ask her why she didn't write back. Oprah, why didn't you write back?
I didn't write back. Happy for you, girl. So this is a deal. I love you. You are so good.
Thank you.
You're so, come on.
You told me that before in a dream.
No, it's true. It's true.
You know, I ask questions and I answer them in your voice.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
You done told me to pray so many times.
I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. No, I'm so proud of you. This is big. This is big. You know what? I lost the letter. I never made it
But
back.
I sent you like 6.
Just hidden secrets and conspiracy theories causing a stir, Oprah has also faced criticism for her outspoken views on discrimination and racism. Recently, she addressed the backlash over her comments on generational divides and how racism is perceived differently by younger and older generations. While her words were intended to inspire, they have instead sparked a debate, with some accusing her of being out of touch. Is this just a distraction tactic, or is Oprah trying to shift the narrative away from the accusation? Oprah has been known for making people open up emotionally, even making the toughest critics cry. But lately it seems like the tables have turned. The pressure is on Oprah now, and she's feeling the heat from every direction. Her usual tactic of disarming critics with kindness may not be enough this time. The questions she's dodging and the accusations she's facing are too big to be swept under the rug. Could this be the beginning of a fall from grace for one of America's most beloved? She may have once seen Oprah Winfrey as untouchable, but with the latest allegations, the cracks in her armor are starting to show. From accusations of ties with secretive elites to her struggles to handle public criticism, the image of the queen of talk shows is beginning to crumble. Whether Oprah can withstand this storm remains to be seen. One thing is certain: the world will watch closely as more details emerge. The question is, how much longer can Oprah keep the lid on these secrets before everything boils over?